back on my busy day. 11 hours in the tin pan. God, there's got to be another way. Well, who are you? Oh, who are you? Come on, tell me, who are you? Oh, who the hell are you?
I don't have much time. In the era of CCTV, when every phone was a camera and every child was born to doubt, the world thought that the age of miracles had passed. They were wrong. Ihi, the Egyptian god of sex and music, appeared to the world. He offered a boon to those who would share their body with the soul of one of his 72 children. As long as music was playing, a host was imbued with supernatural power. The age of miracles has just begun. Ihi is calling you.
Who are you?
Disposez de vigilant à bien se souffler en plein dedans.
One fascinating yet little known fact about the history of humanity is that our origin, conception, progression, and proliferation was dependent on the African pygmy. Millenniums ago, before the first dynasty of ancient Kemet, before the construction of the Great Pyramids and Sphinx, and a time reaching back to the pre-dynastic period, and even earlier, going back countless ages into the Neolithic era, the Stone Age, and even further back to the very dawn of humanity, African pygmy tribes were appointed by nature to reign as vicegerents over the planet Earth. Scientific genetic studies have shown that the African pygmy tribes have the oldest living DNA on the planet Earth, namely the San, Twa, Mbuti, Akar, and Bayaka tribes of southern and central Africa. Moreover, as it is discussed in the book The Signs and Symbols of Primordial Man by Albert Churchward, the Africoid pygmies traveled all over the planet. Pygmy tribes called Negrito, namely the Ati, Adamasi, Simane, Manik, Aita, and Koro Guru were the progenitors of the people in Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, India, and Japan. The Africoid pygmy tribes were also sailors and navigators who traveled to the islands of New Guinea and Australia as the predecessors of people in that region. Back on the African continent, the Dogon tribe of Mali tells stories of small red-skinned pygmies called Telem, who were the first to live and settle in the area. The Telem pygmy tribe built their dwellings high up on the sides of cliffs and on the tops of mountains, and their remains can still be seen to this day. It is believed by the Dogon tribe that the Telem must have been arrow pygmies, gifted with the ability to fly in order to reach their dwellings built high up on the mountains and cliffs. What we can surmise about the philosophy of the African pygmies is that it was a philosophy which held a deep and profound respect for nature. As a means to ensure their survival, the African pygmies would have to observe nature in order to gain knowledge of nature, understand nature, and then make practical use of the knowledge for their survival and well-being. Based on this process, the nature philosophy of the African pygmy could be considered a spiritual science or a scientific form of spirituality. The African pygmies had the ability to craft and create any tool or technology they needed for their survival and well-being. Oral tradition amongst the pygmy tribes of the Congo says that in ancient times, the pygmies became so highly technologically advanced that they almost destroyed the entire forest. But the pygmies realized that they needed the forest for their own survival, so they decided that the highest form of technology, the highest form of wisdom, would be to learn how to live in tune with nature and the forest. And thus, they have lived what people see as a primitive life in the forest by choice ever since. They say our society will die.
So the next time you see the Black
In
Hawk
the
Studios
anthropology of religious evolution and development and study, we find that animism was the first and earliest spiritual system in the world. In many animist traditions, the ancestors are honored and revered, and as animism gave way to polytheism, the ancestors also became deified, and thus the progression from African pygmy ancestors to African pygmy gods. African pygmies were present in Kemet, or ancient Egypt, since the very beginning of the first dynasty, as can be seen on Namir's palette. In the ancient Egyptian language Medu Neter, the word for pygmy or dwarf was Danim. African pygmies or Danim were also noblemen, craftsmen, and entertainers in ancient Kemetic culture, as is evident from the statues of Khnum-Hotep from the 5th dynasty and Seneb, a court official who lived during the 6th dynasty. There were also several ancient Kemetic deities, or Neter, who were Danim or pygmy dwarves. The ancient Egyptian deity Bes was seen as a protector of households, mothers, and children. The ancient
or in a pond, or in a river, in the form of a ship, in the form of a pyramid. It will be in a pyramid. See, man knows this could be a pyramid. As you see on the pyramid, this is the cross. And an X as well. As the execution, I just do like this. You see that? As a fountain. As a part of a Belgium Congo, I'll do that. Well, I'll go into the skull cave and ask my great grandfather Wanda, the leader of the pygmy, to send me out the pygmy soldiers and then all the prisoners in Belgium Congo. And give me the African bees as well to defend my place. Yesterday I told you I still live in Jamaica. I never lived in Jamaica no time. It's 2 of me, I'm a Piscean. Yeah. I'm here, but my spirit is in Jamaica.